Hey guys, good afternoon. I wanted to start off today's class with the quote of the day. It says, "You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself." That is something you have charge of, guys. There's a lot of stuff that we can't control right now, but what you can control is what you do. You control your outlook on life. You can control the things that you're doing to progress and get better. Remember, that was our goal from day one, is to improve ourselves and get better every day, so make sure we're staying with that. This is 8th grade math. Work hard every day. Never give up. Remember, guys, these are our keys to success. If you do these things every day, good things are in your future. So we're taking it back a little bit. We're going to be doing a little calculating of slope and y-intercept, focusing on graphs today. A couple of our learning objectives. I want you to be able to differentiate between positive and negative slopes. That's off from the jump, guys. You have to be able to look at a graph and determine, is that graph positive or is it negative? Then I want you to be able to identify two lattice points and name the ordered pair. We'll talk about what those are here in a bit. And I want you to calculate slope by applying the slope formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You might hear some music in the background. I did that because my dishwasher is running right now and I was trying to drown it out. Alright, so slope, guys. We have this formula for slope. We've been using it for a while now. We have right here, let me see if I can circle it for you. There we go. Slope is our m. The change in y over the change in x. How much is it increasing versus how much is it a vertical change going up and down versus a horizontal change going side to side? Our y-intercept is where the line touches the y-axis. Now I'm going to zoom this in a little bit right here, and you need to know, guys, that the y-axis, boom, y to the sky. The y-axis is the one that runs up and down. Your x-axis is the one that runs side to side. And where that line hits the y-axis, that is your y-intercept. We also have it over here. This is going to be for the next video you watch. When we're looking at a table, the y-intercept always has x as 0. So this point right here, again, let me zoom in. This point right here is 0, 4. X is 0. That tells us it's our y-intercept. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Copy this down for your notes. Slope describes the steepness of a line. How steep a line is. Some teachers refer to it as rise over run. We've focused right here on the formula. Okay, so by looking at this first graph, does this look like a positive slope or a negative slope? You know, your x is increasing, your y is also increasing. We slide over to this next one. Here, now as our x increases, my y decreases. We used this earlier in the year, guys, to help us remember what slopes were. If it's going up to the right, it's positive. If it's going down to the right, it's negative. You're going to get into algebra next year as freshmen, guys, and you'll start seeing some undefined slope and zero slope. We're not going to concern ourselves too much with that right now. We're going to be looking at positive and negative slopes. All right, so I put some steps over here to the side for you. Things you want to do, it says identify 2 points on a line and label ordered pairs, x1, y1, x2, y2. Write the slope formula, drop them in, and then y-intercept is the point where the line crosses the y-axis. So let's move right here. First thing we want to identify, what type of slope do we have here? This slope is a negative slope. It's going down to the right. So we're going to follow some steps, and it says to identify 2 points or 2 lattice points. We're going to take this one here, and we'll go ahead and use this one here too. These are already marked for us, but we always remember, guys, you always want to pick a point that's going through a lattice. A lattice is the grid where the lines cross, where they intersect. We know exactly what that is. So I'm going to write my formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Earlier in the year, I gave you this little template because this helps me organize my work, and I hope it helps you organize your work as well. We're going to identify this point first. We're going to start here at the origin. I go 1 to the left, so it's a negative 1. And I'm going to go 7 up. So that coordinate is negative 1, 7. And we're going to call that x1, y1. Looking at the second point, I go 1 to the right, and now I'm going 3 up. So 1 to the right, 3 up, x2, y2. We're going to take this information and drop it in. I know x2 is 3. I'm sorry, y2 is 3. I know y1 is 7. I know x2 is 1, and x1 is negative 1. So now I suggest, you don't have the same graphing calculators we had at school. Use the Desmos calculator that I'm linking to this and subtract, do the top first and then the bottom, and then you can divide out if you need to. So here we do the top part. 3 minus 7 is going to give us a negative 4. 1 minus negative 1 is going to give us a positive 2. If you enter this part into your calculator and hit enter, it's going to simplify it for you, and this is going to give us a slope of negative 2. So that's our slope. Now as far as y-intercept, I want you to identify where's this line crossing the y-axis. I'm going to change my colors here. This is your y-axis right there. See if you can see that in yellow. And we want to identify where is our blue line crossing the yellow line. Well, it's crossing right here. And that point is positive 5. So my y-intercept is a positive 5. Good job. Next example. Alright, first things first. Is this a positive or negative slope? Fantastic, guys. It is a positive. We are going up to the right. We want to find our 2 points. So let me go ahead and mark them out for you. What is this point? If I put a little dot right there, we want to label that A. What are the coordinates for A? Negative 4, comma, negative 4. Remember, 4 to the left, 4 down. Negative 4, negative 4. Now I'm also going to pick my next point is going to be right here. We're going to label that point B. And if you guessed 2, negative 8, I'm sorry, 2, positive 8, you're correct. Remember, that's 2 to the right and 8 up. Notice it looks a little different. It's just because the scale that's being used. We're still going to label x1, y1, x2, y2. We're going to drop it into our formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Again, we drop this in here. All right. And we're going to plug in. Our y2 is 8. Our y1 is negative 4. Our x2 is 2. My x1 is negative 4. Again, you take care of the tops. 8 minus negative 4 is going to give us a positive 12. 2 minus the negative 4 is going to give us a positive 6. What is the slope going to be once we simplify this? Correct. That is equal to 12 divided by 6, or 2. Again, our slope is 2. Okay, this is a positive 2 slope. Now we want to identify where is this line crossing our y-axis. Right there. So my y-intercept is equal to 4. The next unit we're going to talk about how to write that. We're going to reteach you how to write that as an equation. Right now all we have to do is identify slope and y-intercept. Next one. Guys, I want you to go and look at it. Identify the slope. Identify your 2 points. And plug into the formula. So here's point A, negative 3, comma, negative 4. And let's use another point. Let's use this one right here. Oops. Right there. That's going to be 6, 2. 6 to the right, 2 over. Label it x1, y1, x2, y2. Guys, remember, just because we're hitting this again, I don't want you to cut any corners. I want to make sure you're doing it the right way. This is a big component of algebra, and everyone here is going to be in algebra next year as a freshman. We want to make sure you are ready. Let's go ahead and plug in what we know. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Based on that information, I want you to identify your slope. Here we should have a 6 over 9. If you plug that into the calculator and simplify it, it should give you a slope or an m of 2/3. Again, that's a positive 2/3 because it's going up to the right. We want to be able to identify where is that blue line crossing the y-axis. It's crossing it right there. So my b, or my y-intercept, is equal to -2. Last example. All right. This looks a little different. It's only giving me information in quadrant number 1. We're still going to follow our same steps. We're still going to identify 2 points, 2 lattice points. This wouldn't be a good point because I don't know exactly what that is. I know exactly what this is. This is exactly 5, 70. I know exactly what that is. The one other one we know exactly what it is right here. That's going to be 10, all the way across, 90. All right, so from there we're going to plug into our formula. y2 minus y1. So here that's going to be 90 minus 70. And x2, 10, minus x1, 5. Plug that in. We're going to have 20 over 5, or that simplifies down to a slope of 4 over 1, or just 4. Okay? That means my vertical change 4 for every horizontal change of 1. All right. So now moving forward, we want to go ahead and find out where our line is crossing the y-axis. Here's my y-axis still. And we want to imagine that this line is going on forever. So it's going to cross right about there. Well, that point, B, our y-intercept, is $50. So slope 4 over 1, y-intercept, $50. Hope this helped, guys. As always, stop, rewind, do your best through it.